Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate, that's the plan. I'm Tito, Jeff Thitoff. Bobby Carpenter, my left, Bodie on the other side of the glass. Good morning, Bobby.
How we doing?
You know what, Bob? I will tell you this.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? I've seen clips of that movie.
Used to be a segment that we would do.
You did a segment? What about Bob?
Yeah.
When was that? With
I don't know. With
Cart? With Rothman?
It may have been with Bo, like way back.
Way back when?
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad to be here today, Bob.
I'm glad that you're glad.
Bodie's over here too. Bodie's back from South Bend.
Yes.
Bodie.
Congrats on the win, Bodie.
Thanks, Bob.
Congrats on the weather.
Yeah, snowy South Bend. Probably the worst weather game I've ever been to.
Really?
That's a pretty big statement.
Honestly, though,
it's 27.
29.
Even better.
And so, but it just never stopped raining.
Yeah.
And then it turned into snow. And
At
then
least-
they played Let It Snow over the speakers, and it was a great time.
The good
Everybody
news
was
is, though,
having a good
before it got cold enough to snow, it made sure you were fully wet with
Yes,
all the
just
rain.
absolutely
to really
soaked.
bring it in for the real thing.
Yeah.
So I tell people, those are the worst games. I go, if it's going to be like 30 to 35,
Right.
just make it 25.
Yeah.
Just give me the snow, because the rain and snow, what they refer to as the wintry mix, it's usually
Yes.
pink
Right.
on
Yeah,
the screen.
Yep.
That's the worst. And if you put a little wind on it to really chill you down, it's
Listen, though.
no good.
49-10 is 49-10. That's
It is.
the only thing that matters.
Well, your
Can
boy
we-
Jeremiah Love just rolling over dudes.
Can we agree?
Get them to New York.
There's a good chance he'll be there.
I think so, too.
I think it's going to be really interesting. I think you have Mendoza, Sayan, Simpson,
Jeremiah?
and then the Jeremiahs.
Yeah.
I think are probably the five. Now, I don't know how they determine how many people are going to come.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a certain.
Well, because they don't tell you the
Right.
percentages till after, and it's kind of like, well, what we deem, and I don't know.
This year we get 4 coming to New York.
Yeah, so we'll see.
3, 5, 6.
Live from New
he's
York.
played really well.
Yes. The hell was I going to say, Bob? I was going to. Oh, can
You're
we?
glad about coming to work today.
You know what, Bob? I will. I'll be completely transparent. You know, it just today picks me up. Being here now, as soon as that light went on, it picked me up. So
It's good. Shane Gillis they had to talk about that. You know, a couple of beers to get you
a
going.
couple of beers, yes.
And then to
Come
help
on,
to
Timmy.
smooth
You
up-
can't be bad at sports and academics.
That's the best line in the history of anything. And then sometimes you just need a little bump after a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Push you down. And so I'm glad that maybe your little pick me up. That and the fact that you have a liter of cola over there.
It was a 1.25 liters. Is down
You
to
ever
about
seen,
the last third.
You ever seen Super Troopers, either of you?
No,
I have not.
I haven't seen clips of
Gosh,
that one.
that's a good one.
Now it's lost on us.
A liter of cola, yeah.
Bob, can we agree? I don't know who we have to talk to here. I don't know who's in charge of weather here. Do we have like a lead?
Mart's,
Is he?
I think so.
That's a lead like that.
I believe he is the chief meteorologist.
Chief. Okay, Jerry
Who
Martz.
is? Jerry Martz.
Jerry
Okay.
Martz, I think so, yeah.
Is that his name? I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Martz.
Is that his name?
Martz. I knew it was Martz. I knew it was Jerry now.
Hey, check out 10 TV.
Okay.
And 10
Anyway,
TV Plus.
Yes.
can we please?
They're on before and after us.
For the love of God.
I don't know if they can control the weather. They can
No.
just tell you about it.
But can we never, ever, ever say again
Getting back together.
there is a winter weather advisory in winter? Because honestly,
What's the
throughout
other
winter,
option? The summer
no, I'm
weather
just saying,
advisory.
I'm Bob, just like I figure once
I'd
we
want
get
to
to
ask to be
November,
removed from those emails because I
Do you get 'em?
Yeah,
I don't get them. Good.
you're lucky because and it's nothing against the guys.
No,
just
I think it's an
the
important job.
crew, but
Yes.
I don't. I call it's a fear pandering situation.
Sure.
Where, we're going to tell you how bad it could be.
Right.
Rarely does it ever get there. And frankly, I mean, if
Hey,
I
why
was
don't you go ahead and turn down your radio, Bob?
so it's foggy out, turn down your radio so you can hear the sirens or whatever, hear the cars around you.
That was an all-timer.
That was terrific.
But winter weather advisory I think starts in November and ends in March.
In Ohio, it does.
Okay, so
Maybe even April if you're lucky.
whenever you wake up, look, I'm telling you, when I wake up every day right now in November, I think, you know what? I might get wintry weather.
Could be.
I don't need somebody to tell me it's an advisory.
Well, knowing that the potential for snow is out there, it may get you up a little earlier. This morning I went out and started the car, make sure it was nice and toasty.
You have an auto car starter, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's an interesting situation.
I didn't think that would be a situation.
No, it's just I walked out and started it. So yeah, we got that going. So it was good. So I had nice and warm and drove my son to swim practice, or he drove me, and then I drove down here. So
Wow.
yeah, it's he's got a lot. Foot lifting like 3 days a week and swim the other 2. So it was good. Got up, got ready, got him down here. So it was a win. And today we got a nice little schedule. Sent out the two dudes.
Two dudes stay at your house.
Jonesy and Peter.
Right.
Jonesy had one of his singles matches yesterday. He won, so he's
Good for
playing
him.
again today at 11. So Court and I are going to go over there, I think, for our lunch date and watch.
Outdoor?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm just saying.
No, that's the reason why I said Ohio State, because it's
Oh, I
really
thought it was
nice.
at UA, okay.
It's funny because these guys are like professionals. And Peter Mock, who's the Hungarian dude who's here.
M-A-U-K or M-O-C-K?
M-A-C-K, but I think
Okay.
he says Mac here because it's pronounced Mock in Hungarian. Right. They play doubles then this afternoon at 4, and he went to USC, so I was talking to him about the just different stuff going on, and if he was aware. I was like, I mean, you're Hungarian, so like how much American football? So they're watching Caleb Williams, watching Monday Night Football last night, and I was like, you know who that guy is? He's like, yeah, it was our quarterback. I said, I like that you called him our quarterback. You went to USC, so you're entitled to do that. And, yeah, the fact that you knew that he played football there was pretty impressive. He's like, yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy. So look at you. So
It's like Matt Lyon at Reggie Bush. No,
That is that
happy
right.
for Jonesy. Well, I asked him about Reggie Bush because they were talking about, like, I was asking about the setup and the different things, what they had now, the food and the recovery. And they're using, like, my rapid reboots, and I've got all these different things to help heal them up.
Right.
Like, this is great. And I'm like, well, yeah, dude, I play. This is all the stuff that I have from when I did it. And I was asking what they had at USC and all the food. And my wife he's like, yeah, back when Bobby played, they could give him a bagel but no cream cheese. And I looked at him like, yeah, dude, I got $800 a month for food and rent. So it was a rough situation, much different than now. It's like, yeah, one of these tennis guys gets him $150,000 to come play there. I'm like, sounds awesome. The people that are getting it.
So Bodie, he's got a couple people staying in his house that are playing in a tennis tournament.
They're one of they're just.
And just so you know, if they stay at Casa de Carpenter, they get these different healing things they can use and all these wonderful things. Say,
Well,
my
I want
house,
them to win.
they're an air mattress, by the way.
Well, one's
and
sleeping on a couch.
Dog might
The
be
other
there.
dude's sleeping in the bed. I said, you guys can share the bed. It's up to you.
No.
I mean,
At what
it's a
age?
king.
Okay, it's fine. At what age though do you stop sharing your bed with another person, another man, for the two of you?
I mean, it just depends on the situation.
Would you now?
Depends on the man and depends on how dire the need is.
Would you now share a bed with a man? And I'm not asking you in a sexual sense. I'm asking just in a heterosexual sense.
Depends on the guy. Depends on the situation. I'm not.
Schlegs, AJ, you'd share a bed with?
Oh, that'd be terrible with Schlegs. He's so sweaty.
Okay, I didn't need to know that part.
Yeah, I mean, if needed, yeah. Like one of my brothers, one of my good friends. If we were in a situation where there were no more little baby Jesus, no room at the end,
Listen.
and like, hey, this is your option here, like a cold hard floor. Like, all right, scoot over, dude. Like, let's go.
All three of us right now, we go to Vegas. They tell us they have 2 beds, a 2-bedroom room for us, a 2-bedroom for us, 2 queen beds, queen beds.
Queen.
Okay. Are either of you saying, okay?
Couple of queens for a couple of queens.
Either of you say, okay, I'll share a bed with one of you?
I'm probably not going to volunteer, but
I think you could draw straws for it.
Yeah.
So whoever gets the long straw
Really?
gets the win. You throw in bed, yeah.
I've got a CPAP, just so you know.
You wouldn't be allowed to wear that. And if you started waking up at night, there's a decent chance. Woke me up, I would smother you with a pillow. I would cure you of your sleep. I would cure you of your sleep apnea.
You had me at smother you. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank and Dublin Event Risk Elite Protection. 2 full hours on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. You can download the show anytime and catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Here, a replay of this here show on the Fan 2, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3 p.m. Bodie, where else?
that'd be on Facebook and Twitter.
We got a Schlegs Day today. We're going to talk to Maurice Hall. Peek Behind the Curtain was recorded yesterday. Anyway, Maurice
He's in
Hall,
California, so
he's in California, and you were in.
Your Highness is out there, too.
Oh, Your Highness out in Arizona. He will be tuning in, I'm sure. Ohio State men's basketball hosts App State tonight at 6:30. CBJ lose 5-4 in overtime to Edmonton. Offensive firepower last night, Philly 10, Green Bay 7. CFP rankings are tonight. Bobby, it is 6:10. Do you think we will go beyond 6:30 with Today in History?
not a ton of stuff, so probably not.
All right, here we go.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Bob, make me smarter.
All right, it is Tuesday, November 11th, 11/11, the 315th day of the year, which means there are 50 days left. I believe there's 16 days till Thanksgiving. How's that sound? 44 days till Christmas, maybe? If I'm not mistaken, somewhere in there. How's that sound for you?
Yeah. Sounds great. Christmas music.
18 days till
on the radio on the way in this morning for a second.
18 days till the Michigan game.
Ooh.
And it is Veterans Day. So thank you to all who have served our country and are still currently serving so bravely. This date, 1620, the Mayflower Compact is signed as the first governing document of Plymouth. 1839, Virginia Military Institute is founded in Lexington, Kentucky. 1839. 1889, Washington is admitted as the 42nd state. Some people call it the B-Carp state.
Jackie Robinson, go ahead.
Big Ten
There
country.
you go. It is. Big Ten country out there.
Hey, they got a nice warm welcome to the Big Ten over the weekend, didn't
so
they?
come on over to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I was so happy. You weren't in. I was so happy for my guy, Thick.
Oh,
They
I'm
gave
sure,
him
yeah.
like the vote of confidence. You're coming
Yeah.
back.
Right.
And you know what?
Watch
He rewarded
this.
you with a win. Bad offensive win, but
Hey.
still a win nonetheless.
They all count the same.
All they need, just like Iowa, is you need it to be about 40 and rainy with a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
And then I was explaining to one of the guys, the guy at our house, at Jonesy, he's
Hungarian.
British. I go, the weather negates like speed and athleticism. So if you can't throw the ball, it doesn't matter how fast you can get by me. We're going to go play in this little box right here and see how good you are.
That game screamed 0-2 Buckeyes.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? That's what you guys played.
Yeah. The way Oregon beat Iowa, that was 100%.
I couldn't believe Oregon won that game once Iowa took the lead.
Neither could Kirk Ferentz, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I know once they scored, I'm like, dude, you scored 16 points. You're going to win this game.
Yeah.
This date, 1921, the Tomb of the Unknown is dedicated by Warren G. Harding at Arlington National Cemetery. Thitoff,
Yes,
does that
sir.
interest you in Warren G. Harding for president?
God, I can't remember what century he was in, but I'm just going to throw a number.
1921, I just said
Okay,
that.
I know, but I didn't listen to that part. I'm going to say 1820. I'm going to say 9.
I said 1921.
Oh, you said, I thought you said 1821. Okay, then I'm
I
going to
said
say
the Tomb of the Unknown was dedicated. We had to have some wars.
that's a good call. Well, there was a war back then, but I would say that I'm going to go with a 26.
Pepe Pearson.
25?
Christian Gray.
20. What number was Pepe? I don't know.
29.
Oh, is 29?
Jonathan Wells was 28.
Oh. The other
29.
Wells.
29.
The whole Chris Wells, Jonathan Wells thing threw me for a loop all the
How
time.
about Beanie Wells?
That's what I'm saying.
How about Maurice Wells?
I'm just, there's too many Wells.
All the Wells.
That's fine. Just change your last name if you're Wells.
How about
now.
Bodie Wells?
Bodie Wells? That's another good one. I forgot about that one.
This date,
I know that
1926.
dude.
The U.S. numbered highway system is established. I don't know if you know this, Thitoff.
East-west is even numbers. North-south is odd numbers.
It's true. Do
Yep.
you know where they go small to large and large to small?
Yeah, they go they go east to west.
And then they go south to north.
Yeah.
That is for the interstates. For the U.S. highways, it's flipped.
I don't know the difference. Look, honestly,
The ones that are white that have the little deal, the ones that are blue and red are the interstates.
I just look at the shape.
There you go.
If it's shaped like Ohio, I know it's an Ohio state.
That's in Ohio State. But
Right, I'm
there's
saying.
U.S.
Makes sense.
U.S. highways and there's U.S. interstates.
Does Pennsylvania do their thing like as a state outline also like Ohio
No,
does?
none of the other states really do
We're
that.
the only one that does it? Okay. Because I was saying
I think
states
some
be
of the
weird.
others, but yeah, the other ones you can't really handle it. Like Michigan, they're circle, like little circle deals.
Are they up there? Yeah.
Yeah, ours are the coolest. And
I
Ohio
just-
allows you to do it.
I was so annoying. I could stop right there. When I worked for Damon's, because this is before like you could do like the whole obviously no internet then, so you couldn't like have MapQuest or whatever, Google Maps, all that kind of crap.
Called an atlas.
Yes. So I would call restaurants. Hey, I'm heading down to Virginia. What's the easiest way to get there? And I would make them give me directions. I write them down. And people used to probably really hate me for that.
That's good.
By the way,
We'll add that to the list.
it caught me, Bob, when I was going to Virginia. And
It's for lovers.
That's what I heard. They gave me directions and told me to go to a certain way and then take this interstate or take this whatever it was. Anyway, I went with like the state thing, not the highway thing.
Yep, I got
I
you.
drove for like 7 hours and was still in Ohio.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, it's a very Harry and Lloyd situation there.
Yes.
This day, 1981, Fernando Valenzuela from the LA Dodgers is the first MLB. What is he notable for, Thitoff?
Valenzuela, he was the first one to win Rookie of the Year, I think, and Cy Young in the same year. He went. By the way, Tom Seaver should have won it that year. I think Valenzuela like 14-7. Seaver was 14-2.
I'm just telling you what it is. Go, Bodie.
Crowd standing now as one, exhorting the rookie on. 2-2 pitch. Fernando Valenzuela, who threw 149 pitches tonight. That wasn't one for the Art Museum, but it was efficient, and he got the job done. And the Dodgers now trail 2-1, winning 5-4.
149 pitches.
Right.
That's a war horse right there. Sounds Cy Young worthy to me.
He should be in the Hall of Fame. He is on like the Veterans Committee kind of thing where like they might induct him now. He didn't have great numbers, but what he did that year was phenomenal.
This day, 2005, after 8 years off, Billy Joel begins touring again, the Piano Man. And then in 2008, Fearless, the second album by Taylor Swift, is released.
I started wanting to do music when I was about 10. I became obsessed with music when I was 6, and I bought my first Leanne Rimes album, and I was just hooked. When I was about 11, I begged my parents to take me on a trip to Nashville because I saw a TV special on Faith Hill and Shania Twain, just like begging every day. We need to go to Nashville. That's where I need to go. I need to go there. I don't know where it is, but we need to go. We rented a car and drove up and down Music Row, and I would walk up to the record labels with a little demo CD of me singing karaoke songs and knock on the door and walk in and be like, hey, I'm Taylor, I'm 11, I want a record deal, just call me. And
I'll write your
I
name.
didn't get a record deal then, but I realized at that point that Nashville and the music industry are huge, and there are hundreds of thousands of people trying to do exactly what I wanted to do, and I needed to figure out what made me different. And that's sort of the time when I discovered songwriting.
You know what some people said? She said, I think after that, she just had to shake it off and
Yes.
get back
What
out
year
there
was that,
again.
Bob?
was
08?
2008, yeah. There we go.
Feels impossible.
And soon there'll be Mr.
All those
Taylor
guys
Swift.
that turned her down. There's all kinds of opportunities. Some birthdays today. Fyodor Dostoevsky, born on this date, 1821. He is Russian.
No, it sounded like you sneezed. Sorry.
Noted Russian novelist, wrote Crime and Punishment. A lot of great stuff. We studied him in a Russian literature class in college. This date, 1885, George S. Patton is born.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard.
Yes.
We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy Hun bastards by the bushel. Now, some of you boys, I know, are wondering whether or not you'll chicken out under fire. Don't worry about it. I can assure you that you will all do your duty.
Is that from the movie?
That is from the movie, and gosh, that was George C. Scott as Patton. Even better. Kurt Vonnegut, another famed writer, born this day 1922, wrote Cat's Cradle, Breakfast of Champions. We got some little nugget from him as well.
When you get to be my age, you start asking your kids what life is all about. And I asked my son Mark Vonnegut, so named in honor of Mark Twain, what life was all about. He's a pediatrician. And he gave what I think is a very good answer. He said, we are here to help each other get through this thing, whatever it is. So I tell you that. I want to say, too, that no matter how corrupt our government and corporations and Wall Street and news media may yet become, the music will still be perfectly wonderful. And if I ever die, God forbid, I want this for my epitaph. The only proof he ever needed of the existence of God was music.
That's much different than Bobby Knight, what he wanted his epitaph to be.
Yeah. One day when I'm lying dead 6 feet under grass, I pray that they bury me upside down. It's my critics.
Yes, a little different.
Turning 63 today, the still beautiful and wonderfully talented Demi Moore.
Lieutenant, this letter makes it look like your client had a motive to kill Santiago.
I haven't seen this clip.
And Santiago is who?
The victim.
Not to be
touched.
touched.
Write that down.
Yes.
Am I correct in assuming that these letters don't paint a flattering picture of Marine Corps life at Guantanamo Bay?
Yes,
and am I further right in assuming that a protracted investigation of this incident might cause some embarrassment for the Security Council guy?
Colonel Jessup.
12 years.
I'm sorry?
I'll get them to drop the conspiracy and conduct unbecoming. 12 years.
You haven't talked to a witness or looked at a piece of paper.
Pretty impressive, huh?
You're going to have to go deeper than that.
Commander, do you have some sort of jurisdiction here that I should know about?
My job is to make sure that you do your job. I'm special counsel for internal affairs, so my jurisdiction's pretty much in your face. Read the letters. I'll expect a report when you return from Cuba.
Sure.
You're dismissed.
I always forget that part.
He's a little preoccupied. Team's playing Bethesda Medical next week.
Tell your friend not to get cute down there. The Marines in Guantanamo are fanatical.
About what?
About being Marines.
What a great line.
Jonathan Cryer thought he was dating Demi Moore for a while when they were younger.
I mean, thought he was dating Demi Moore.
What I mean is they went on a couple of dates. He thought it was like an exclusive thing, like him and her. Then he shows up at her house one day, and the housekeeper, the maid, whatever, said she was out with some other guy on a date, and that's when he realized that he wasn't exclusive with her. He talked about it broke his heart because he really thought they had something going.
I mean, no offense to Jonathan Cryer, but Demi Moore is way out of his league.
Look, I agree. That's
now Charlie Sheen.
I know. No, I'm with you.
That might be more in her wheelhouse.
Yep.
Turning 51 today, another guy that might be in her wheelhouse, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Something just came across my desk, John. Name of the company, Aerotine International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on huge military and civilian applications. Right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. Our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. One thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. 4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
How'd you do that?
Just like that, I made $2,000.
He also did something else, didn't he?
What?
I know the guy promised him something to be sold, right?
Oh, it was all, I mean, there was a lot of things that were going on. Stratton Oakmont. Austin Collie, Colts wide receiver, turning 40 today. Victor Cruz, former Giants wide receiver, and a Dancing with the Star, turning 39.
Manning on 3rd and 10. He fires, and the catch is made by Cruz, who breaks free. One man to beat. Victor Cruz down the sideline. Cruz is going to take it all the way, tying an NFL record.
Hopefully that wasn't against the Cowboys. Born on the same day, another legendary
New
Yorker, Mark Sanchez, turning 39.
Well, years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out.
Here's your poll question, Bob.
There we go.
What's more embarrassing, being stabbed by a 70-year-old man or a butt fumble?
It's a good question. I'll have to text Mark on that.
Your amigo's out of a job now, too, by the way.
Well, I think that was imminent at some point. Some other birthdays today. John Robinson, the USC coach and coach for the
Still
Rams.
alive?
Not
No.
birthdays, passings.
Oh, okay.
He passed away a year ago.
Okay.
Passed away a year ago. And then passing away a decade prior in 2014, Big Bank Hank. More clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. The rapper's delight, Big Bank Hank, R.I.P. Some birthdays today. It's Armistice Day. It is National Sunday, like Sunday Day. Ice cream.
S-U.
Yes.
D-A-E.
Oh, okay.
D-A-E, and
Gotcha.
then
The D-A-E.
I wasn't sure if it
D-A-Y.
was sun, like the sun.
No.
Up in the sky day, which would be
the Sundays
November
that you
11th.
eat.
That wouldn't
Yes.
make a lot of sense.
that you eat. And then it's World Origami Day, but most importantly, it's Veterans Day. So another big thank you to all of those who are currently serving, who have served us so proudly. Most notably, my father-in-law, Ralph, my uncle, Winston, as well. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, November 11th, Veterans Day, the 315th day of the year, and 50 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done, as always, General. Bodie, yesterday we closed.
Thank you to you, Thitoff, too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thitoff's a veteran.
Yes. Yeah.
Bodie, yesterday we had the debate, and you can talk about it later on, I guess.
You get a $10 Roosters buck if you go to Roosters today.
Ooh.
I've got to wait for promotions to email that to me. But anyway,
You go there and show them your ID, and they'll give it to you.
Oh, if you saw my ID, I should have brought it in for you.
I love
See
it.
my
Your
ID,
face is
dude.
probably significantly thinner.
It was thinner, and I had a smile that I shouldn't have had, probably. It's an awkward-looking picture. Bodie, is O.J. Simpson in heaven? We'll talk about it.
Okay,
we did that.
coming up next.
Yeah, we'll do that next. We'll talk about
Him
it.
and Nick, you think, smiling down on us.
I mean, look. He said he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for her.
Right. What are the odds?
How about a knife?
Yeah. Coming up next, could we have a new mega conference? We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, does this sound like you were every step or reach is a reminder that it hurts? The pain is there. A reminder of what you're not able to do, how far you've drifted from that life you used to have and love where you didn't have the pain. Listen, if this is you, if this is a family member, you need to talk to them about it. You need to do what I did and go to QC Kinetics. They've got the answers for you, the relief without the scalpel, without the surgery. At QC Kinetics, they tap into your body's own regenerative power. The damaged tissue, it can be healed by itself. It's not science fiction. It's your body's comeback story. The very cells in your body can help you get healed with no surgery, no pills, no long recovery, just remembering how to move and feel alive again so you can golf, hike, do all the stuff you love to do. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus, so be sure to check them out at 380-208-4544.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
What's more likely, Bodie? That OJ's in heaven or Twitter's in heaven? Which one's more likely? They have Twitter in heaven or OJ in heaven?
I would probably say OJ, to be honest with you.
Right.
There's a lot of more bad people on Twitter, I think, than just one singular OJ Simpson. But
Bobby, let's do it.
Oh, you hear the sounds. You know what time it is. It's a Tuesday. It's a very special Appetizer Tuesday.
Very weird for me when you were off last Tuesday because I had to do that read, and I did not appreciate how smoothly you do it. It was very choppy.
I've been doing it for 5 years, so
I understand. I'm saying you do it very smoothly.
And I partake in all this.
Yes,
so I mean, it's an easy conversation. They're the 5-tool player. They're the classic. They're here for our veterans. They're crispy, bread on the outside, gooey and cheesy on the inside, served with some warm homemade marinara sauce. It's the Mott Stick. And they're $3 all day long today. And if you're a veteran, I believe it's a $10 Rooster Buck if you go to Roosters today. Just bring your military ID. That's all you got to do. And we're going to be giving a $50 gift card away later that you may or may not be able to use to celebrate Memorial Day with. Yes. If we can get it to you by then.
We'll see.
Go Bucks.
I'm telling you, I still stand by that, Bob, that if Jen or Scotty Vegas want to bring them down here, I will hand address envelopes and mail them out today. That's what I would do. I don't think it'll take me up on it because they didn't do it after I said it yesterday, but that's fine. Whatever. Bob, there is a bit of Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski.
What team does he coach now?
I don't think he coaches anybody now except just life. And anyway, he came out and said that he thinks that the Big East and the ACC should merge.
Yeah, why not like a 40-team conference? That's what we're looking for.
It's worth looking at, he said. This is on CBS Sports. People would be naive to think all conferences will look the same 5 years from now. Once certain milestones pass, it becomes less expensive to move, and the ACC is a terrific conference. Why not do something unbelievable in basketball? It could give UConn an opportunity. They're playing football, and they'd love to be in a conference where every school plays football. It'd be an amazing league with a huge footprint stretching into the Midwest. So
into the Midwest?
I know.
We're talking all the way to the West Coast.
They're already West
Cal,
Coast. You have Cal and Stanford
classic.
SMU down there in Texas. Yeah. And then you would add in these other schools that are out, like UConn being one of them, though. St. John's. And Rick Pitino has talked about how he thinks it's a good idea as well. But
yes.
If Rick Pitino says it's a good idea, you know it's a good idea. New York just elected a communist. That was it. He worked that into his press conference.
Did he?
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
he
amazing.
did. Yes, yeah.
Keep it classy, Coach.
Yeah. So, Bob, he said, in 5 years, things will look different. How do you think things look in 5 years? As far as, football is going to be separate than everything else, isn't it, in 5 years?
It should have been separate now, but
yes.
That is soon. Here's the thing. Don't ever make the assumption that intelligent people are running things and they're making logical decisions. That's because that's an assumption that has not been able to hold water consistently. So either A, the people aren't intelligent, or B, they're acting irrationally. And so that's all part of the problem when you look at that, try to figure it out.
But it's got it. I would think, though, at some point.
Nothing. Don't ever say it has to, because nothing has to happen. Outside of the fact that one day you will no longer be vertical and the government will still be taxing you. Other than those things, Benjamin Franklin, those are the only two guarantees I can give you in life.
Would you have preferred?
And one of them's the end of it.
And then you go up there and have tea with the Queen and OJ and Norm Macdonald and tweet. Bob, would you have preferred that the conferences stayed the way they were?
I think now I would look at it and say, yeah.
No, it's been a mistake.
I think everybody would agree with that. Put Texas and Oklahoma back in the Big 12.
Right.
Put
Rutgers and Maryland back in the ACC.
Rutgers and Maryland back in the whatever.
Yeah,
they can go do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even be a fan like put Nebraska back in the Big 12.
I'd be fine with
Is
that
anybody
too.
happy with how this has turned out?
No, because I think you
Honestly,
look at
like I don't know if
like,
there's
hey,
a fan base. It's like, this went really. I guess Oregon won the Big Ten last year, but I don't know. Other than that,
even when like before they had the dissolution of the Big East, when it had Miami, West Virginia, Syracuse, Virginia Tech,
Pittsburgh,
like Louisville. I would even said like just throw Cincinnati in there with them and get all that done, so they can all be together and that never breaks off and goes to the ACC. Because then I think it was really cool. One of the things is you had 3 schools in Florida that were all in 3 different conferences that were really good with Florida State, Florida, and Miami, and that was like a cool thing. I really enjoyed that. At some point, probably TCU could have joined the Big 12. SMU could have joined the Big 12, which is what they should have done a long time ago if it wasn't for people that were so, butthurt about everything that happened with the Pony Express. Throw Utah in the Pac-12. Yep. Like, there are some simple solutions that could have happened, but instead, they chose violence.
Well, like if you had, let's say we had a 16-team playoff, you could have the Big 10, the ACC, the Big 12, all these different champions, the Pac-12, could all get their auto bids then. But because now, though, like you could have Oregon winning the Pac-12, get an auto bid, Ohio State winning the Big 10, get an auto bid, as opposed to Oregon competing with Ohio State to get a Big 10 bid. You know what I mean? Like it could look a lot different.
Oh, yeah. It look way better.
Also, we are at a point where we just cannot stop, and this will never end in college football, but people cannot stop complaining about strength of schedule.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, when you built these conferences,
20
it was
teams.
going to be inevitable that the way they think, the way the schedule broke in a given year, you might have 2 teams. I mean, I think they're really good, so I'm not trying to take anything away from them. But like, if you look at who A&M has had to play in the SEC this year, they've gotten a pretty they have gotten a pretty nice
Florida
break.
or Oklahoma.
And so, but it's like, well, when you guys built these conferences, what did you expect? You can't play everybody in a 12-game
But like that's
schedule.
the point of the conference is that you kind of play
find
everybody.
the best team, like in a
and I
out of a
understand,
group.
when you had like 11 or 12, there was like a couple teams you wouldn't play.
But for the most part, like you had it covered, right? Yeah.
You had like common opponents. Generally, you play everybody. And now it's like, well, you get in the ACC, they could have had 3 teams that would all had 1 loss and never played each other.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, it was just insanity.
It's going to happen. There will be a thing where at some point, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but at some point in the next few years, we will have a conference championship or conference champion game participants be decided by a coin flip. Where all the tiebreakers will be exhausted. Like, okay, let's see. You never played head-to-head.
They probably have somewhere that's like point differential and all this stuff that is like nonsensical things where did it matter that you beat a team 34-3 or
34-10
or 30 or not even that? Maybe you beat them 50-20.
Right.
But because points allowed is more important than points for, you're like, well, what the hell does that matter? Like those things are just arbitrary, pulled out of the sky.
And that's where, when that happens, and I do think it's going to happen. I think what you think where like there's like 6 or 7 steps in a tiebreaker, and you'll end up having, we got 3 teams here. Let's do a random draw. Which 2 plays the conference
they started
championship.
doing that. I mean, the way that they got away from that was because they started having some of this happen where you even have like all 3 teams that beat each other. So like, how do you determine, when they all 3 beat each other in round robin? They would just go to like the highest ranked CFP team or the BCS team. And it's like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Like, we all beat each other, so trying to like figure that stuff out. Whereas if you have 2 teams that have never played and have a handful of teams that you've only overlapped and played, it's like, well, we'll just whatever somebody thinks of you is what it is, as opposed to deciding anything on the field.
Right, and that's the part I think that will end up in, like you guys said, does anybody think it's better? Bodie asked that question. Does anybody think it's better than it was? I would probably say no. It because of the fact, like you pointed out, Bodie, we have unbalanced schedules now. Last year, Indiana benefited greatly from their Big Ten schedule. It was a huge benefit to them last year. Now, this year they're a good team, don't get me wrong, but Ohio State has not had a tough Big Ten schedule this year if you look at the teams they've had to play based on where those teams are at.
Yeah.
It's been,
what
last
are you
year,
supposed to do about that?
Right. It's not Ohio
Penn
State's
State
fault.
on there. Washington was pretty good. They just lost. Illinois was kind of good in there.
Supposed to be good, yeah.
Like, that was one of the better wins for Indiana at the time. Was supposed to be Illinois.
Yeah, and they won by 50 points, whatever it was,
Ohio State doesn't play USC this year. They don't play Oregon. Like, that's part of a failure on the Big Ten to schedule some of that stuff.
I mean, last year, Ohio State had Oregon, Indiana, obviously Michigan on the schedule. And then, and Penn State on the schedule last year as well, when Penn State was better. Whereas this year, though, Ohio State, if you just look at the teams that they've played, how they performed, it's been a rather easy road for Ohio State. Now, some of that could be because Ohio State's so much better than them, but nonetheless, we will have unbalanced schedules like this, and there will be so much a luck of the draw on when you play these teams and how good they are in that particular season. And so, and all that stuff, and then you turn around and you have to determine, okay, who is the best team or the second best team or the third best team in this conference when none of them played even close to a similar schedule. Coming up next, we'll do quick hitters, Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn, skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little fly, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step,
Bella, let's go.
guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Bobby knows what it's like to be a winner. Tito knows what it's like to be thrown out of an all-you-can-eat buffet.
You're here 4 hours.
This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby, Bodie. The crew's back again today. Look at that. And we're together Wednesday. but not Thursday, right? Because Bobby's off Thursday. Are you here Friday, Bodes?
I will not be here Friday. So
you guys with these PTO days, you selfish. Good morning, Sergeant.
Jay-Z's going to get his first dose of Your Highness, I think, Thursday, won't it?
That'll be great.
I think he probably will. You're right. That should be fun.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Jay-Z with Your Highness.
You got to be careful on the first try. It's kind of like that gas that Scarecrow hits people with in Gotham. You don't want to get too much of that stuff, or it could be pretty overwhelming.
Let's do quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells.
Happy Tuesday, fellas. From 2004 to 2015, the New York Football Giants had just one head coach. That was Tom Coughlin. Of course, won 2 Super Bowls there, so that worked out pretty well for them and the G-Men. Since the 2 split, though, after the 2015 season, the G-Men, they have had 5 different coaches in 10 years, and now they'll be looking for a 6th one for the 2026 season, because yesterday on Monday, the team's co-owners, John Mara and Steve Tisch, announced that Brian Daboll is out as head coach of the Giants. In his 3.5 seasons there in New York, the Giants went 20-40-1 under Daboll's leadership. They're 2-8 this season, following Sunday's 24-20 loss against the Bears, in which the Giants blew another fourth quarter double-digit lead. This season, New York they have held double-digit leads in 4 road games that all ended in losses. Sunday's loss against the Chicago Bears was the second time this season the Giants lost after they were leading by at least 10 points with under 4 minutes left in the game. They became just the second team since the NFL merger to do that, along with the 2004 Seattle Seahawks. Carp, I have to imagine this would be a pretty high on the list among the vacant jobs, though, with Jackson Dart's solid rookie season so far, don't you think?
Yeah, he's looked really good. That's why I thought it looked pretty good. He's made a couple bonehead decisions, but I think he looks talented, and people feel like you got the right guy. So a lot of people thought that was going to save Brian Daboll's job, me included, thinking that was going to be part of the secret sauce that would keep him around. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Brian Daboll, as he was relieved of his duties. But I would say that versus Tennessee, I would say that you feel a lot better about where that team is at. Plus, Malik Neighbors will be back next year. Cam Scottaboo will be back. You have a number of guys that are injured that will be back the following season.
The concussion thing is scary because, he left with a concussion in the game on Sunday. Jackson Dart did. But not just that, the fact he said several other, hints of concussion-ish type things.
Reviewed.
Yes.
He's got to stop running so much. You can't take that many hits, obviously, and as a quarterback.
Who would you rather have as your quarterback right now? Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, or J.J. McCarthy? You pick one. Who would it be?
Cam or Jackson Dart.
You take Dart.
I might still bet on Ward.
Okay.
He was the number 1 pick just, whatever that would have been 8-9 months ago or whatever. I think that's definitely the order, though. Yeah. JJ's been weird. He's had a couple really good games, but
he threw some terrible
struggled a lot too
yesterday
and
Sunday.
He's obviously been on by far the best team, I'd say. Cam Ward's hard, man. That Titans team is a mess.
It's bad.
And obviously they fired their coach a month ago.
When you look at, though, I think we need to come up with another word, though, Bob, for a quarterback having multiple concussions or potential concussions in a short amount of time. I think.
What are potential concussions?
That I think that he may have had.
Got one.
He probably got one. They didn't diagnose it as
one. So you
one.
think the doctors failed in their diagnosis of that? That's in your professional opinion.
My professional opinion. I think that.
How many years of med school did you have?
Well, I was in school for a while. Not med school, but I took biology in high school. But, Bob, I would say, though, that.
Watched a lot of ER in the day.
I have seen a lot of ER in Law and Order. I think, Bob, I think I could defend myself. Because of my Law and Order stuff.
I understand that, but what does that have to do? Everybody's like, well, he's had potential concussions. I'm like, well, he was evaluated, and they said he didn't have one.
They got fined because...
They got fined because he put his head in the tent and yelled at the doctor.
Right, he did that.
He said, am I going to have my quarterback?
Bob, but I'm saying,
That's my teammate.
I would almost say that we should not call concussed. I would call it two-wood. I think that he might be at the two-wood.
No, I don't think he's there yet.
What do you got next for us?
Baseball guys following Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase getting hit with federal charges for their alleged, probably take that word out there, but for their alleged rules in a gambling scheme centered on whether or not individual pitches would be balls or strikes, as well as the over-under on the velocity of some pitches. Several prominent U.S. sports books are establishing a nationwide $200 betting limit on baseball wagers centered on individual pitches and prohibiting such bets from being included in parlays in an attempt to decrease the incentive for manipulation. Major League Baseball has been in discussion with its authorized sportsbook partners about potential changes to betting menus and limits since this last summer. DraftKings and FanDuel, the two largest sportsbook operators, said that they have agreed to adjust their baseball betting menus to abide by MLB's requests. Tito, I think this is a pretty straightforward one. I think this is a good call here. I don't see any reason why anybody needs to be betting on individual pitches or even velocity.
How fast they go? I mean,
or like even with the NBA stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I feel like the idea that like we can have an over-under on points for like Jonte Porter, the guy with the Raptors from a couple years ago. Like, why? Why do we need? I know why.
Player props.
Like they're
called SGP, same game parlays,
throw them
Brody.
all in there together. Why not? I feel like you could do one of two things. One, either limit it to like the starters or best players in any given league, or two, just take out the under.
Well,
like if you can only bet the over, right. on a number. I don't know.
No, that's fair. It's you're right. It is weird. But the reason though they'll do it, the reason they've done it is because they get the juice. It's never straight up this amount of money, you win this amount of money. There is if you bet 100, you'll win 95.
Yeah.
And so like in every bet like that, that's where the casino, because the sports books are right or wrong, they're greedy. That's what they're going to do. And so they're going to take all those bets they can until they see things like this happen where they're losing a bunch of money because you got a pitcher who's going to bounce one in the dirt on purpose. I'm with you. And I know that in the state of Ohio now, you cannot do college football player props where you can't do that.
You could in Indiana.
In Indiana, you
could.
You
were over in Purdue last week. You could.
Right. And that's why I mentioned that the one guy put out there on Twitter, he was going to drive to Indiana just so he could bet a Max Clare anytime touchdown against his former team, which didn't hit. But nonetheless, didn't go well. But yes, the player props, but what it's going to take, though, Bob, it's like with anything else you do, it will take responsibility. The sports books say, you know what, we are going to give back this kind of money because we agree that this is wrong and we
it's just too hard to manage without any level of manipulation. Manipulation of those player props is so it's easy and it's enticing.
Yeah.
And so eliminate the desire for them to do it. And the ability to do it.
And you can't, and that's the thing that's interesting about it is that you can argue that these pitchers for the Guardians did not throw games. They might have, on purpose, put a bad pitch out there.
Pete Rose only bet on his team to win.
Right, but the thing with Rose, the thing with Rose, though, Bob, and where, yes, he bet on his team to win, but he probably managed differently because of his bets. And what I mean by that is
you have guys saying, I'm just going to throw away a pitch. Like, I'm going to throw a ball. You're telling me that doesn't impact the game?
Not as much as the Pete Rose thing would have.
Really?
Okay.
So you're telling me I'm just going to give you a pitch every time?
All right. I'm a pitcher. I tell you, when I come into the game, the first pitch is going to be a ball, and you're ahead 7-2 or whatever. I'm still an elite pitcher who can get guys out and throw strikes, but I will throw a ball at the first pitch.
There's been elite pitchers never not been able to control something.
But what Rose would do, though, Bob, I believe,
is he leaned in probably more on those games that he bet more on to get wins. I get that.
He would tax his bullpen probably.
Yeah.
I'm going to put normally I wouldn't put this guy in, but I'm going to now because I really need a win.
Hey,
and it might cost them. It might cost them the next day.
This is some throwaway game up in Rochester.
I know. I think though, Bob, that. And I'm not justifying what the Guardians pitchers did. I'm just saying that I don't think that what they did, I don't think would be considered throwing a game.
You can be their defense, Lieutenant Caffey.
I've seen Law and Order. Look, I could do this. Look at next one.
This is not nearly as bad as Pete Rose.
It's not. Pete Rose affected multiple games. These guys
is not that bad when you compare him to Ted Bundy. I mean,
fair.
He only killed 2 people, allegedly.
But did he eat them?
Not the whole thing.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Guys, after he was fired as the head football coach at LSU last month, Brian Kelly was set to be owed $54 million in a buyout from the university. Despite some speculation that the two sides could come to an agreement on a smaller figure, BK said thanks, but no thanks. Kelly has rejected 2 financial settlement offers from the school, and his attorneys have given LSU officials a Monday deadline to confirm in writing that they will pay him the $54 million that he's owed under the terms of his contract. According to documents obtained by the Baton Rouge Advocate, former LSU AD Scott Woodward offered Kelly a lump sum payment of $25 million on the day he was fired. Woodward also offered to remove the mitigation language in Kelly's contract, which would have reduced the buyout amount if he coached again. LSU Executive Deputy Athletic Director Julie Croman later increased the settlement offer to $30 million in 2 payments, according to those same documents. Bobby, what do you think the end is for BK and LSU? Do you think it's going to be $54 million? Do you think he'll take 35 to 40, given it, maybe some other language in the contract there?
Pay the man his money. Here's the thing: you turned down 20. You turned down 25 day of.
Yeah, 25. And
they were removing the mitigation, so you can go do whatever. Then they said we'll pay you 30 plus over 2 installments.
How about no?
Said 2 easy payments. They'll get you BK. He said also no. You know why? Because he doesn't want to coach anymore. He's not going to coach anymore. He wants to get all 54. And if you know what, it takes him another $1 million or $2 million to get 45 of the 54, 52, whatever. They did that. He's got plenty of money right now
for his family,
and he loves it. He wants to put. He has it. He keeps it in a jar above his fridge. He'd like to put a little more in that jar. That's where LSU comes in, and he's willing to wait him out. I mean, it doesn't matter for him if they pay him now or pay him in a year and a half.
Yeah, will he get $54 million? I think he will get 54, maybe not all 54 from LSU, but I think he'll get, because the offsetting language and all that stuff, we can go and get money somewhere else. And
but he's not going to coach anywhere else.
You don't think he'll coach again?
No. I'm telling you.
I don't
he's
think
64 years old.
Kelly's not a grinder either.
He's not.
He did with that one kid that one time, but
he was willing to let a student die so he could keep watching practice.
That he was, and then they lost to Tulsa 4 days later.
Maybe a little karma.
I guess starting quarterback blew out his knee in that game too. So a lot of bad karma there on that Saturday afternoon. I was there at that game. Anyway,
so you say he won't coach again?
No,
I don't think so though, because he's not this guy who would like.
He's not a
lifer.
Job.
He's not gonna die on the sidelines the way some guys would. And I kind of respect him for it.
He was at his beach house during their state of the program meeting with the board of trustees and the AD and everything.
He did say 10 years ago or so when the Ohio State Notre Dame home and home that was scheduled for 22-23, he was asked about it. He said, I'll be on the beach sipping Mai Tais when that game comes around. Actually, went down to Baton Rouge and got fired, but hey, same thing.
So I'll be in Baton Rouge sipping on hurricanes.
All right, folks, that's it for Quick Hitters. By the way, stick around because you know what's up next. It's a Schlegs Day. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, Tito, Bodie, Schlegs soon. How was Schlegs out there in Jersey? Out there in New York, guys are out there. I mean, he got on the phone with us. Was he?
I wasn't in the bed with him.
Well, you guys, neither one of you had. Did his wife go with his wife? Steph didn't go with him, right?
She did not.
And Court didn't go with you.
She did.
Oh, she did go with you. I didn't know. Okay. All right.
So that's why
that
I
would have
wasn't
been really
in bed
awkward
with
then.
him. Yeah.
That could have been weird.
Yeah. Laura and Courtney were the two.
Okay.
Women that went.
Yeah. Yeah, we hopped on last week though and chided me for one of my questions. Bob, somebody put in the chat a question here, a statement. I want to get your thoughts on this. And there's no rumor. I'm not trying to say this could happen, would happen, should happen. There's nothing like this. If Jeremiah Smith transferred after this season.
Why would he do that?
I'm not saying he would, Bob. It's just a hypothetical thing here. If he transferred to a Big Ten school and came back and played against Ohio State, would he be booed? Or would it be cheated?
Do they win another national championship?
That's a good question. That would have something to do with it, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I think if you win 2 national championships and he plays great and someone says, hey, we're going to give you $10 million to go play there for 1 year.
For Wisconsin and Vic.
I don't know if they could afford that, but probably any place excluding Michigan. Like, let's say USC.
All right, USC.
Want to go in real deep. Say,
Yeah.
hey, let's get this guy.
Right.
I think if he had won a Biletnikoff, won 2 national championships here, I think any place outside of going to Michigan, he would be at least warmly received.
Not maybe just like
warmly received. I don't know I don't think it would be like an overwhelming applause, but I don't think it would be boos.
All right, let's do this.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
He's Anthony Schlegel joining us now.
I was waiting so long, I'm doing sets and reps.
You're not. You're in bed.
I'm not in bed, asshole.
By the way, Schlegs, I've got.
Oh my gosh, this is just out of control.
I'm already here working out. I got Justin and Nick trying to get swole. Get up to 325 with bands at a frothy 0.85.
Justin and Nick who?
You guys are talking about $10 million. And now I spit out my nicotine on the floor. Nick, I got it. Nick, move out the way. Spit out my nicotine. Hey, how you guys doing?
Who are Justin and Nick?
They're master degree programs in kinesiology at Ohio State, working with Dr. Dickel, sports science.
Yeah, Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan Dickel, the man, the myth, the legend. But, you're saying, hey, man, science is great. Training is greater. You got to know.
It's good. Thitoff, why don't you propose your question, your hypothetical to Schlegs here? I'm curious as to his thought.
Okay, Schlegs. Someone puts in the chat. It's not my original thought. If
I like that. Of course, you have none.
I have none.
You have none.
If Jeremiah Smith, after this season, transferred to another Big Ten school, comes back to play against Ohio State, would he get booed?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, but here's the thing. Like, the answer is I don't ever see that happening.
Right.
Because of who he is. And that's the other thing, too. When you guys think about, hey, it's $10 million. Okay, so that's real talk. But why would I want to go somewhere else that is just going to absolutely do what I did to – now, granted, Mike Camaro was the end-all, be-all top end. He's above that. He's a high-performing machine. But why would I want to take that and Coach Mitch and AT and Dr. Dickel and all the dudes and Stu and Sean, all the dudes in the support staff and like that know my body, along with my wide receiver coach, right? Heartline, Devin, like that, and my head football coach, and take that and have to learn a completely different system and with completely different guys that know they just spent $10 million for me for 1 year. How fast are you going to drive that car? Honestly, if you're that team, like you're going to go till the wheels fall off. And what is the number one thing? You're already going to be a top 3 pick. And then what is the thing about the league? The thing about the league is to do what? Get to the second contract faster. That's why guys are coming to Ohio State. You don't think Jackson Smith and Jigba's going to get to his second contract faster? That's where the real money happens. So why would I want to do that?
Yeah, he won't.
That's to my point.
No, he won't. He won't.
I don't know if he does or doesn't, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is I don't like to live in hypotheticals because now you just wasted bandwidth that I should be donating to other areas to answer that question. And it's kind of like Al Bundy, right? Like stuff goes in, stuff leaves. Now I probably just lost, right, the said principle of strength and conditioning. I don't know what it is now because I had to answer that question. It's a specific adaptation to opposed demands. But, you know what I mean? Like, still, something really valuable just left my brain. That's why I have Bobby there. Bobby has a memory like an elephant of all good things, you know, like stories and like the background. And he microdoses me with the stories that get my recollection going. You know what I mean? Anyways.
That's great, Schlegs.
Buckeyes.
Hey,
Buckeyes.
Schlegs, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service.
Hey, you're welcome. That is so terrible. I will say, I mean, yeah, absolutely, Bob. I've been fortunate enough when I was at there's a guy. He's living in Upper Arlington right now, but he hails from the great Alexandria, Ohio. One Alec, Mother effing Messerall Tree Farm. He did a lot of dangerous stuff when he was in the armed services, in the Air Force as a pilot. He's a dude now. That's what I'm celebrating. Those men and women, they're freaking awesome.
Schlegs, there's a couple of guys from Ohio State that are doing something. We might have one of them on tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But they are part of a group that is 4 guys that are going to row the Pacific. Okay? They're going to row
terrible.
The entire – I know that
you get the back swollenness you'd get there, Schlegs.
Who was
that's a freaking ocean.
Was it what Jimmy
Hendricks?
No, the former tight end. Who Jimmy Graham, didn't he do like some kind of big rowing thing also, like English Channel or something? I don't know. Anyway, these guys, a couple of them are former Buckeyes, and they're going to row across the Pacific to raise money for veterans and, for a lot of charities involved with veterans. And I was talking to my wife about this yesterday, and I told her how I brought it up to Bobby. And she said, I don't think Bobby could do that. And I said, if you tell Bobby he can't do it, he will try to do it. If you tell Bobby and Schlegs they can't do it, I think they would try and do it. Do you think, Schlegs, you and Bobby and 2 other people could row the Pacific?
I mean, I live in the real world. The answer is no. I can't swim, and there's sharks out there.
He would drown.
Now, I mean, like as soon as we hit a wave, and I've seen those waves out there, man. It's a freaking ocean. Boom! I gotta have a boat. I gotta have a boat that's like next to me, and I gotta have like. The problem is my stroke cycle, though normally super, super nice, right? But with the floaties that I'm going to have to wear on that, I'm going to be limited range of motion. I'm just going to be short stroking that deal. So I would be of no use because, one, I don't want to die. Two, I don't want to die by drowning or a shark attack. Those would be terrible. I think that and like a crocodile, killing me. That would be terrible because now I'm over there in the death roll, some crappy part of Africa, the crocodile just eating me. That sounds terrible. Like the shark, I'm down there, I'm seeing what's going on. I can't swim. I really don't like opening my eyes underwater. And then there I am. For what? Charity, let's have a lift-a-thon,
I like it, Schlegs. I saw this. I was telling Thitoff this yesterday. I saw this deal on Instagram where this guy, him and his buddy went out fishing for a 3-hour tour. They were off the coast of Mexico in the Pacific, 21-foot boat, capsized. They found him 14 months later. He drifted into the Marshall Islands. He was living on like driftwood out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean for 14 months.
That'd be the
eating turtles.
He was on the west side of Mexico.
Yeah, drifted to the Marshall Islands. 14 months, was capturing rainwater to drink. Drank his urine, I think, a little bit. He said eating turtles that he'd catch. I mean, just unbelievable. They didn't believe it was him until they did a DNA test.
That's a story of resilience right there. That guy had a will to live. Good for him. Good for him. The human body is a miracle. Let's freaking go.
How about the Purdue?
Yeah, I test it all the time. What's up? How about boiler up?
Yeah, how about boiler up? What do we see on Saturday over there, Schlegs?
Oh man, I want to know Jeff's hot take on that. I saw a lot of really good things. I mean, if I hear people about the running game, I mean, you negate the one play there. I mean, that was 70 yards. I think we got 3 on it, right? So that's 67 yards on top of. I think we had like 167 yards of total rushing. So yeah, you're well over 200. Everybody's like, oh, great, To me, it goes back into the professionalism that Ohio State is putting into collegiate football. And that was like all of their drives. And I don't have this stuff in front of me. We talked about it yesterday on the Bobby Carpenter Show. You can check out on all your podcasts, FanDuel TV, Sports Grid Radio, Big Play. Anyways, if you go back and look at their drives, they were all like over 5 minutes. And the one that had the interception in it, granted, not his best throw. All right, go Bucks v. Cancer. But that was an 8-minute, 34-second drive. It was their only possession of the entire third quarter. And what did they do? Defense, buckle up, buttercup, punt, score touchdown. So, and again, versus, and then I went back and looked. It was like, hey, you know what? I'm in a tree stand too, by the way, mind you, watching the game, subtitles. I'm like, you know what? I bet people are going to talk about this last drive coming up. And I know who we got in there. Let's just take a screenshot of our total. You know what I mean? Just before this goes down. And they got 31 yards rushing on that. They had, what did they have? Oh, poop on a stick. I think they had 3 first downs going into that drive.
Yeah.
They ended up having like 5. So they were like, whatever. I don't know. But like that was it, right? And why? They were good on first and second down, rushing the football. Is that indicative of the game? The answer is no. And people were talking about, oh, well, we got to go get ahead by all these points so that we can get young guys in. No, you're playing a 2-7 Purdue team that hasn't won a Big Ten game in 15 games. They haven't won a conference game this year. In the first half, we played a lot of dudes. That's what you want to see. Those are live bullets, meaningful bullets. So I just think that Ryan Day and his entire staff, the plan, they're executing it at a high level. And now we got UCLA coming in at night. Oh, yeah, it's going to be frigid. Okay? Excited to watch that go down because you want to see 1% or 1% better. And, yeah, are they mixing in some O-line personnel? Yeah. Are you seeing a mixture of the running backs? Isaiah West is moving up, right? But you have James, you have CJ. It's kind of become your pass pro guy, Thunder Cookie-esque, right, as Coach Locke would say. But then there's also reasons, right? Well, why wasn't he playing at the very beginning? Well, he's a freshman. Same with Bo. They're learning the system. They're learning who they have to have make somebody miss. there was one great play. I think Isaiah had one too, where they had a guy in the hole and they ended up getting 4 yards. Like, that's what you want to see. Like, yes, I love the 70-yard touchdown, but that one, to get a first down, that was ultra juicy, in my opinion.
Schlegs, we have Maurice Hall coming up next. He's going to talk about his new movie. It's called Worst Christmas.
He got a movie, man, about Christmas.
Worst Christmas ever.
Worst Christmas ever. How can there ever be a terrible Christmas? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the spirit of the season. You gotta have your mind right. No, I'm excited. He has a premiere coming up.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
On Thursday, red carpet over at Studio 35 on Indianola. I'm curious, Schlegs, if they made a movie about your football career with Ohio State, what actor would you want to play you? And would it have to be a fat actor? Or would you want somebody playing you now? Like, the way you are now is a lot different than you were when you were at Ohio State.
You know what, surprisingly, Bob's probably like, you didn't do this. But like, I was moving. It was like 325, so it's probably about like 425-esque on the top. I was moving that stuff fast and violent. Like, I was well over 8 and 9 meters per second. But I was doing 36-inch box jumps. Like dead stop, Bob, from a box to a box jump. Yeah, good. I mean, honestly, I was like, oh, snap, crackle, pop, man. Who would I have play me as an actor? Oh my gosh, man. I mean, guys, this is like, I'm not gonna lie. The first guy that pops into my mind, I want you to guess. You guys guess. I got the guy. Let me whisper it to my guy. Hey, Nick, here's what I'm thinking. Hang on. I'm whispering.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Okay. I want you guys to tell me, hey, radio is the theater of the mind. Okay?
Shane Gillis.
I want you. Shane Gillis. Now, Shane is portly, okay? Probably body more similar when I played. But again, you can do whatever you want with suits. And these actors these days can add some LBs quickly. You know what I mean? They got those guru guys. Now, I don't know how they're going to imitate my short Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. However, that's a good guess. That was not who I was. Though that guy is funny, and I appreciate his humor, that was not who I was thinking.
Who was the guy, Bob, in that wrestling movie that came out that was he like put on a lot of weight recently? He used to be like a
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron.
The Iron Claw?
Oh, my gosh. I totally forgot about him. But
he's way too handsome for Schlegs.
Yeah, way too handsome for me.
Right.
I mean, when I was back there, guys, I Benjamin buttoned this thing to where I would like to think that my sex appeal has improved. Like, my face is thinner, you know. I'm kind of clean shaven. My wife still does like, look, listen, Schlegs, you're too handsome to have your ears looking like that or your eyebrows looking like that. Like, why don't you get a haircut and do something about it? No, the guy that I thought of first popped into my mind. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
You ready for this? Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson's like 60. He's like almost 70 years old.
His prime. I want the Braveheart Mel Gibson, man. I want that guy.
In the chat, somebody said Jonah Hill, and somebody else said Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke would be great.
God. Mickey Rourke would be amazing. Yeah. See, now you're Jonah Hill too thick, short too. Either I'm like, you know, I'm close to say I'm breaching 6'1". Okay, breaching it.
Is that with shoes on?
Breaching it. No. Shoes off, Bob, at the combine.
That was 20 years ago. Do you think you're still getting taller or do you think you're getting shorter?
No. I measured. I'm 6'006". At the combine, I was 6'008".
We lost him there for a second. You were on pause.
No, I was thinking about the zeros. Because they have the doomajigs on the thing when you go, Tito.
Schlegs, we appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, well, now my piss is like so frigid in here. I'm just these guys are doing, you know, single leg stuff. Look at that guy, ankle stiffness over there, just in case you got to chase down somebody in the real world. Gas station ready.
The best news we got was now we have a dump button. We can do a delay thing now on our show. Before we couldn't do it, but now we have a dump button. Just so you know, it was. I think it's we're now Schlegs proof.
Dump. I don't know. That first one got me because I was just so frothy. And I lost my nicotine. I mean, I was savoring that flavor for the workout. It's the first workout I've done without a pre-workout. I just had a cup of coffee. As a matter of fact, in my morning juice coffee mug that I made that we sent out as Christmas presents. Remember that, Bob?
Yeah.
We had ornaments for my guys from the Columbus Barrel Co. They made ornaments, morning juice ornaments, Tito.
I didn't get one.
How about that?
I didn't
like the
get
head of
one.
marketing. Yeah, of course you didn't get one. I didn't even know you.
Well, we know each other now,
Did
Schlegs.
Yeah, and you're beautiful and wonderfully made.
I love you, Schlegs. We'll talk next week.
You guys don't want to talk anymore. Oh, hey, guess what?
What's
you guys are amazing. Go Bucks, beat cancer. See you guys.
That was Anthony Schlegel. One of a kind.
There we go. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals, whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale. Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We'll talk to Maurice Hall next about his movie coming out. Worst Christmas Ever. We'll do that. Morning Juice.
Hey. You know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, shoulders, whatever joint it might be, it can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief, some cases even within 1 day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, and it's made its way to the United States. And there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because the patients are getting real relief from acute pain, and they're spreading the word. Here is the most interesting detail. The device is both a diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Ray Tesner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and then trigger your body's own natural healing response. StemWave uses the same technology as lithotripsy, the sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if this is a good solution for you or your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for a consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here at 380-208-4544.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
And now we're joined on Morning Juice. Maurice Hall is joining us here. And on Thursday, we have the red carpet premiere here in Columbus, Ohio at Studio 35. Go to studio35.com, click on events. You can find out how you can get to the red carpet event for his new movie, Worst Christmas Ever. It's the 13th. We'll have the red carpet here in Columbus. The 14th, it goes out to other theaters. And then the 18th, Tubi will have it on streaming. Maurice Hall joins us now, co-writer, co-producer, co-director, and also a star. He is Maurice Hall, former Buckeye great, played on the national championship team back in 2002 with Bobby. Maurice, how excited are you about coming back to Columbus after you show us you're in L.A. and it's warm? We have snow here. That's fine. But how excited are you to come back to Columbus?
Well, I'm excited. First of all, I'm almost excited as I was playing with Bobby. I'll tell you that, because that was the life. He's the pride of Lancaster. If you didn't know. So being able to play with him almost, equals up. This almost equals up to that. But besides that, yeah, we're excited. It's my first time back in a while as well. So it's good to come back. And obviously, this is a fun-filled holiday film that I think a lot of people will enjoy. So it's something you can bring your family to. It's going to be a fun time, so super excited.
So, Maurice, you've been working on this now, out there in your acting career for almost a couple of decades since you really got done playing and got out there. I mean, how do we feel this is going? And to this point, it seems like I've seen you in some different things, but it ultimately, like, not just the acting, but the directing and the producing and all of that being kind of all encompassing in a film. I mean, how difficult is that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is. This is not for the faint at heart, for sure. When I came out here in 2009, I had a dream of just being an actor. And as you know, with everything, you kind of have to evolve to the moment, where it started out as just saying, hey, I just want to act and I want to, I get my agent and I'll wait by the phone, to, hey, maybe I should start writing some stuff for myself and start directing and producing, and next thing you know, you're a hybrid. And that's kind of what happened here. And I wanted to, other people to see me in a different light outside of just playing the law enforcement or bouncer role. I mean, you see a bald-headed black guy with muscles, you say he's law enforcement.
All right, we'll get that taken care of. May have to replay it tomorrow, Maurice Hall, or maybe on Thursday we'll do that. But he is out there in California there. I believe the premiere just happened out there. The red carpet will be here on Thursday. Studio35.com is where to go. And click on events. You can check out how to get tickets to the red carpet event. Some of the actors and producers, directors will be out here. But it looks like a great movie. Bill Bellamy is in it as well. He plays a role in that. I had a chance to talk to Bill recently on a podcast I did, and it looks like a great movie, though, and good for Maurice, Bob, on doing this. Yeah,
it's tremendous. I know he's been working on this for a while, and he's been reaching out to some of his former teammates and talking to help promote it and help get it off the ground, and excited to kind of see that. He's a great guy, one of my favorites, just great human being. Phenomenal athlete, obviously coming to Ohio State, but a great guy as well. So excited to get him back here. When you're in California, you got a life out there. I'm sure he doesn't get back near as much as he would like to. So it'll be good to see him back in town. Yeah, and we'll tweet out the interview and also play it maybe tomorrow or Thursday. One of them. We'll get that figured out, though. The technical difficulties, technical side of that one. Bob, looking forward for Ohio State this week, they've got UCLA and night game, but night games, UCLA, whatever. I think Ohio State's like. It's gonna be warm. Should be pretty nice. I know people usually don't like the November night games, which I'm generally not a huge fan unless it warrants it. I don't know if UCLA fully warrants being a night game, but I think from my understanding of it, the options were either play at Purdue at night or have UCLA at home at night. So, really? That's what it was, huh? From my understanding of how the situation works, so they would much rather have played a home game at night this weekend than played last weekend in front of probably like 30 people at Purdue by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Bob, is there I know we haven't gotten the official time yet for the Rutgers game, which will be the game before 3:30.
It will be 3:30?
Yeah, I think they announced that yesterday.
I know they said it'll be noon, 3:30 or 4. It won't be a night game, but I wasn't sure if they had announced the official time on that yet.
Yeah, it's the midday. Whatever that time. I don't know if it's 4 or 3:30, but it's the midday slot.
And I remember famously Urban always said that he wanted a noon game before Michigan to get the extra few hours to prepare.
So they're at home. I mean, a noon game, you actually can get some stuff done because you're back probably at the facility by 5 o'clock. You can go see your family, do some stuff, and get some work in. And Ryan's tinkered with the schedule a little bit. The thing is, since they moved this back, 10, 12 years ago, 13, whatever it is, since they pushed everything back, and it's no longer the week after, the week prior to Thanksgiving, it's the week after. That's added obviously the Thanksgiving element in there and some more stuff. So a lot of the Michigan traditions and what happens, it's like it's hard to kind of manage all of that through the week. So they've done some tinkering with the schedule and I think put stuff in a good spot to where now it doesn't make quite as big of a difference. You don't want a night game and you prefer to not be on the road. So they're at home. It's midday. So you'll at least be able to do some stuff that evening and you won't be exhausted heading into that final weekend.
What does Ohio State need to work on? What do they need to get to firm up, to get better at, to work on the next 2 weeks?
I think you looked at some of that in the game. I mean, there were some running game elements where they're just continuing to work on, develop that, working on some of their red zone efficiency and what they can do and their short yardage and goal line stuff. I mean, those have been packages that they've been trying to figure some stuff out, and they've thankfully been granted the opportunity to be kind of flexible with it because it's not an immediate concern because you're winning those games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've been working on some things through there, and I think Ryan's just trying to figure out maybe where some of their shortcomings are and how they can improve them.
So, Bob, when I look at it, and transparently, looking at this realistically, Ohio State having a Heisman Trophy winner is good business, right? Fair?
For who?
For Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would that not be good business?
No, that's what I'm asking next, though. So we've established that it's good business. How would Ryan Day, how should the coaching staff balance that when it comes to playing time? Because we know that some voters look at stats, right? And that might dictate where their vote goes. So if Ohio State, let's say they get up by 40 points on UCLA in the first half, would you expect them, do you think Ohio State would keep Sayin and Jeremiah in the game maybe longer than they need to for statistical
40
reasons?
Points in the first half?
Let's say they're up 42-0 at the half.
How many? Okay, so if they scored 42 points in the first half, I'm guessing those guys have enough stats that they can pull them. So they can pull them.
Okay. But if they don't have the stats, let's say it's because...
How did they score the points then?
Okay, let's say they got a couple of defensive touchdowns. Got a defensive touchdown.
Okay.
Bo Jackson ran for a couple. Maybe Sayin's thrown 2 touchdown passes, one to Smith, one to Tate.
Okay. Maybe you give them a series or 2 coming out.
Okay.
But that's it.
But
you're not going to put the season at risk for individual awards. Ryan's talked about that. Winning is the best thing because here's the real issue. As long as you need those guys healthy for the final week final 2 against Rutgers and Michigan.
Right.
Because the Heisman's going to probably be determined in the Big Ten championship game.
I would think, yes.
So you don't want to jeopardize any opportunity to get there or for your guy being able to play or play at his maximum ability there due to a nagging injury.
I wouldn't blame him, though. I would not blame Ohio State unless one of the guys got hurt. But I'm saying,
play results. That's always the best thing.
But I'm saying, I started to say it.
Why are you pulling guys out? Why were they in there?
I know. Look, Bob, we saw it happen with Jaden Daniels for Washington a couple weeks ago when he's in there at a 38-7. They were down 38-7 or whatever it was. They were losing.
I think it was 38-7.
That was okay. They were losing 38-7, and they kept him out there. And he got hurt. Oh. So then at that point, it's like right. But why in the hell is he out there playing? I don't know if it's predetermined going in. Like if Ryan Day knows ahead of time, look, if we're up by this much, these guys, whatever they are, or these people are coming out of the game, or is it more on a vibe thing? Is it more? I'm just curious what the thought process would be.
It's a game flow situation. Like you have an idea of what you would like to do,
right?
But every game is wholly unique. You can't go in there with a predetermined script on, hey, I'm going to get this guy out here and we'll play this guy more here. It's how the game feels and flows. You can prepare guys and say, hey, if the opportunity presents itself,
right,
then you know what, we'll be able to get you some playing time, and maybe in the second half we'll get that figured out. But yeah, there's no realm where you look at that and say, well, I'm going to pull this guy here regardless of what the situation is, because it might be a game that you need to win.
If you
ask Penn State about how that worked out,
as you watch this Ohio State team, and let's say that the point in the next 2 weeks, whatever, the UCLA game, the Rutgers game, where you've got to take, where you decide you're taking Sagan out because the game's out of control. It's outcomes decided. By the way, Ohio State could have scored 60 on Purdue if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have the capability to put 60 up on UCLA if they want to.
Probably.
So
I would say, yeah, there's that possibilities in there.
Okay. So whereas I think Ohio State, I don't want to say they played conservatively, but they did not.
I would use the term methodically.
Okay, methodically. Ooh. Would you rather have Ohio State, though, go out right now this week against UCLA and put as much as you can on them in the first half? Just to and then you put the other guys in.
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know if that's like a conscious effort, because the more you're doing that, the more you're exposing your defense, you're getting guys more reps. Now, if you're doing that in the effort to try to get guys out of the game,
right?
Possibly, but I don't know if that's ever been a huge point of emphasis for Ryan. I mean, they did that against Michigan State a couple of years ago and scored 49 on them in the first half.
Right.
But I don't know if the rules, here's the thing, the way they have the clock set up and everything,
now, yeah.
It's not quite as conducive to be able to do that. So there's other elements that come into play.
Is Lincoln Kienholz the other only quarterback who should get snaps in the next 2 weeks?
It depends how the game looks.
See, part of me wants to see Tavion out there a little bit, but I feel like Kienholz deserves.
He's deserved it. He earns it. And
he worked his ass
he's
off.
going to be the next guy in if something happened.
Right.
So you want to make sure that he's getting reps and he's staying ready. Obviously, he gets stuff in practice and does things.
Right.
And Tavion, rotates back and forth between the scout team and then going over and getting some reps. But yeah, he needs to be. You need Link ready to go.
Yes, but I think don't you think Lincoln's ready to go regardless? Of like Lincoln with how much?
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you need him ready.
Sure.
So you want to make sure you're getting him reps, and then also not worry about getting him hurt, because he is your backup quarterback, and that'll change your calculus a lot with what you do with Julian. Then, not that you're trying to play reckless, but when you have options, it allows you to do some things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
We got to do that's what he said. We were going to talk about it during the Maurice Hall interview, and we had to cut it short because of some tech difficulties. So do you have a that's what he said on your mind right now?
Ooh.
Or does Bodie have one?
Yeah, I got one for you guys.
We
talked about if Schlegs was going to be, if they made a movie about his life.
Okay.
Some actors were tossed around about who could play that.
Right.
Jonah Hill's name was thrown out.
Right.
Who else
Shane
was
Gillis?
thrown out? Yeah, Shane Gillis was thrown out.
So
but
Mickey Rourke was thrown out.
Yes, but Schlegs had somebody specific in mind.
Yes, maybe a little bit of exaggeration. So that's what he said. Listen, it's Tuesday, which means it's an appetizer.
Music.
Appetizer Tuesday. Go ahead if you want. There you go. It is Veterans Day as well. So happy Veterans Day to all those who have served and are currently serving us. The $3 appetizer at Roosters. It's Mott Sticks, crispy bread on the outside, gooey on the inside, served with homemade marinara sauce. $3 all day long. If you're a veteran or a current military member, bring your ID. You get a $10 Roosters bucket Roosters, and you get a chance to win that $50 gift card right now. 614-821-1460 is the number. And like Bodie said, Schlegs threw out who he potentially would want to play him in a biopic. It might be a little crazy for him to pick this guy, but hey, you know what?
Who would play you, Bobby?
That's a great question. Heath Ledger, R.I.P. R.I.P.
If he played you in a new movie, that would be Academy Award worthy just based on the fact what he had to overcome.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah. 614-821-1460. Call in. Talk to Bodie. and give us the answer. Who did Schlegs say would play him in a movie? You get the gift card to Roosters. Coming up next, we'll tell you who's got us juiced. Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make yours possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
I lost count of how many foster homes I lived in. 20, maybe more. Each time, a new family, a new room, but never a space that felt like mine.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a permanent home.
Now I have my own room and decorated it myself. And just like my family, it's mine to keep.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Bobby Carpenter, husband, father, Buckeye. Jeff Thitoff, husband, father, idiot. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Bob, someone is saying Chris Hemsworth is Bobby Carpenter.
I'd take that.
I know you would.
That's great.
That's a good one.
Is that in Endgame? Chris Hemsworth?
Wow, good question.
The cut hair, shorter hair after
looking like melted ice
Ragnarok. Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay, yeah.
The Hangover.
Yeah, preferably Infinity War when he lands in Wakanda and saves the day.
I'm seeing, I don't know if I could say all these. Henry Winkler as Coach Tress.
I like that.
Kevin Spacey as Brody. I don't know if I like that one.
Can we?
Jonah Hill would play Tito. When I think of,
can we go somebody who hasn't committed?
I know
sexual assault or whatever he was kind of.
Is that alleged? Or is that...
Listen, can we just go for somebody who just was not in that world at all? I don't.
Little Italy from the Hall
really
of Fame chatter.
Be too picky otherwise. But.
Was the caller who guessed Zac Efron, which was not accurate.
Little Italy. I saw the caller ID.
Yeah,
for your name there. I won't say it just in case you don't want it out there. But if you call again, I'll try to keep an eye out for you.
Bobby, it's
somebody said Glenn Powell for Carp.
That'd be great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I would take Glenn. I'd take a Glenn Powell.
I think the young Schlegel who played by the kid in the Hangover, who puts the electrodes into, come here, big fella. What?
Oh yeah.
Maybe Rob Riggle?
Rob Riggle's a good call, too, by the way. But yeah, the little fat kid, though. Little heavy-set kid. There we go. How about that? Who ends up shooting Fat Jesus, right, with the stun gun.
Are you seriously wearing that?
Right. Yes, I think that could be the one. So anyway, who ended up winning the $50 gift card to Roosters?
That would be Steve.
All right,
Scuba Steve.
Columbus. It's all over it. It was Mel Gibson. Is that the Patriot version of Mel Gibson?
I don't.
Braveheart version is what he.
Hey, sounds great. Sounds awesome.
I think that Danny Glover'd be closer to Schlegs than Mel Gibson.
Danny Glover.
All right, let's do What's Got You Juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
It's Tuesday. If you didn't get enough of Schlegs, let's hear what's got Schlegs juiced.
In business, finance is the sports tech for sales and ops and marketing. That's what it is.
Facts.
Facts. It's facts. I mean, yeah. Think about it. Sports science validates that the work of your strength and conditioning program is working. And then you look at the numbers, and then you apply to the individual as to what's wrong with you.
Sure. Makes sense to me. What's got me juiced today, guys? Glad to be back in here with you after my snowy South Bend trip. Wasn't really 100% prepared for that. I mean, I was dressed warm and everything, had the poncho, had the raincoat and everything. Was not prepared for the game about halfway through to turn from rain to snow. I told you guys at the start of the show. I think that was probably the worst weather game I've ever been to. I've been to colder games. The Indiana playoff game last year was colder than it was Saturday night against Navy, but the rain and just like I can never
the misery index.
I couldn't get my hands dry, so I can never get them warm. They were constantly just soaked. So that was kind of fun, I guess. It turned into a fun second half though. Once the game kind of got out of hand, it turned into a little bit of just a party. Everybody was there, just having a good time. And probably I'd say late third quarter at the very latest, maybe even sooner than that. My dad and I darn near had about 3 rows to ourselves, so we were just spreading out and whatnot. So
Did you fight anybody? Did you almost fight the old women?
No fighting. Okay. No, thank goodness.
Did you drive home after the game?
We stayed at a hotel in about Fort Wayne.
Oh, there you go. Fort Fun.
So, then made the drive from there Sunday morning. We didn't get in till, I don't know, probably 1 o'clock or so. Then my dad woke me at 6. Like, hey, it's snowing, so I'm going to get going. I was like, I was so tired. I went home and, the excitement of the Browns-Jets game, unfortunately, didn't keep me awake. I crashed pretty hard Sunday during the game, and then the Celtics played at 6 o'clock Sunday night, and I barely made it to the end of the game. I think I saw maybe 2 drives of the Steelers-Chargers game, and I was out. Then I woke up at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, so got a nice 11 hours worth of sleep Sunday night and Monday morning. So that felt pretty good, but happy to be back here with you guys. Might be making another trip to the Steel City Saturday for the top 25 matchup at is it Acrisure
Game Day
or whatever? Yeah, Game Day.
Game Day's gonna be there.
Yep.
Oh wow.
I think it was one of 3 ranked matchups this weekend.
Yeah, not many.
Bama and Oklahoma, and then Georgia hosts Texas. Yep. But they've been to Athens and Tuscaloosa this year, so I guess they're changing it up a little bit. Pat Narduzzi said yesterday he don't care if Pittsburgh loses by 100. I don't know if we're going to score 100, but that'd be a pretty good outcome for me if you ask me. But, yeah, glad to be back here with you guys and whatnot on this Veterans Day Tuesday. Carp, what's got you juiced, sir?
Oh, goodness, a lot of things. Veterans Day, happy Veterans Day to all those that are serving or who have previously served. McAfee's show is going to be live from Paris Island, where – for the eastern half of the United States, that's where they do the Marine boot camp. So
nice.
He was pumping that yesterday, which is going to be awesome. Really excited and pumped for him to do that and just to honor our great military men and women in that way. And then, I saw this little nugget last night with Jason Kelsey talking about, a story about one of the service members that gave their life for the other a couple other people in their group. And it was you could tell how emotional it was for him and just how passionate he was about it. And so let's hit that, Bodes.
Well, I mean, listen, he saved 5 other soldiers on that day. And those soldiers went on to have kids, and probably over 50 people alive today because of that decision. And he did that leaving behind a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. And as Veterans Day approaches, it's a reminder, the sacrifice that a lot of people put out there every day so that we get to sit on this desk and enjoy this game. And, it's a truly remarkable story about a very selfless man. And Tyler's team gets to honor him and his entire family tonight. And it's a testament to their whole family.
So well done out of him. That was Sunday night over there in the Steel City. That'd be juiced. And then also my guy,
I think that might have been last night, right? In
was
Green
that last
Bay?
night?
Monday night. He's with ESPN, isn't he?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. I was thinking, sorry. I was
No, you're
thinking
good.
Sunday, last night. So well done by Jason out of that. On that, good job. Gosh, I had some. Oh, my man Jonesy won yesterday, one of the tennis guys that's staying with us. So getting a chance to head over to watch him play another singles match today. He'll play doubles in the afternoon. And, hopefully him and Pete keep winning so I can get a chance to watch a little bit more of them. Got Foxy's coming down. I think he's going to try to catch up their match here this evening and check that out and maybe grab something to eat. And we got the rankings coming out tonight.
Mm.
Get a chance to see what the committee is thinking and do a little XM radio around that. And then also, Thitoff, unfortunately, I don't think he's with us anymore, but someone suggested that you should be played by Ned Beatty out of
I
Deliverance.
saw that. I got a pretty mouth.
Because
Yeah.
you've got a pretty mouth. But that's got me juiced. What's got you juiced, sir?
I've seen clips of that movie, never the whole movie. Also in the chat, Bodie played by Steve from Blue's Clues. That's pretty good.
I liked Blue's Clues as a kid.
That's a good one. Somebody else did Paul Rubens, but he's dead, Pee Wee Herman. But I love doing this, though, where you go through and you get the actors who would play certain people. And I can't get behind Henry Winkler as Tress, I don't think.
You don't think Henry Winkler could play a serious role?
I still don't like that. I can't.
Maybe Martin Sheen is Tress.
I think Martin Sheen be a good Tress. I think that'd be a good one. He's old.
Tress, he is older.
Yes.
But, I mean, he's played the president, and Tress is the lieutenant governor. He's always looked like a politician. So
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah, I could see that going right there. I could see Martin Sheen as Tress. I still contend that Gene Smith could be Steve Harvey in the movie.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Get off my plane.
Yeah.
Get off my plane.
Maybe. Yeah. Listen, this is what I'd like to see. Harrison Ford walking down the aisle of the bus and telling Chris Hemsworth to shut the hell up about food and get off my bus.
He said, "Give me back my plane."
Yes, I think I could see that, Bob. I think I could see that happening right there. We got the Maurice Hall interview played tomorrow or Thursday. One of them. We will tweet it out. I don't know. We'll get it figured out why we did that. But we had a great time talking to him yesterday, Bob.
The good news is no one in here knows why it didn't work.
Yeah, I got an email back from Ben. He said he just emailed me now. He's like, just go ahead and turn off virtual video director. I'm like, well, we'll get it tomorrow then. But
Yes.
I'll chat with him today and make sure we're all squared away for tomorrow.
Yes,
or
we
Thursday.
We can figure that out, yes. I need to get an update from Scotty Vegas, too, on the shirts, if we're going to get the white Bronco shirt going with the juices loose. I hope that God,
I'm working on a Yahina shirt.
Yeah, we got some ideas
I
on
don't
that
know if
one.
that'll
Yes.
get approved, but...
By the way, if we do it, it would have to be independent of the fan. We'd have to fund it ourselves. No, the fan
just
would not do it.
words.
We'd have to fund it ourselves.
Not FCC regulated on a T-shirt.
True. And it would have to be sold like it'd be a black market thing just because of in honor of Your Highness is how we would do that. What else has me juiced? Yes, CFP tonight. I don't know if any surprises. I can't see. I was trying to think like what would surprise me realistically could happen.
I woke up tomorrow morning with my head sewn into the carpet.
It's going to be Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, right? Like, that'll be the first. That'll be the three again.
Bama, Georgia.
Bama, Georgia after that. So
who was 6 last week?
Was Ole Miss 6 last week?
Yep, they'll still be 6.
Ole Miss will still be 6.
Probably
BYU drops, yes.
How far they drop could be big for them in the Big 12. Do they drop past the Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma quartet there?
Let's see here. Last week, it was... Where do I have it here? I'm trying to find a CFP.
It was BYU, Texas Tech, Oregon, Notre Dame.
Yeah,
to finish
there.
the top 10. Texas, Oklahoma, 11-12.
Yes, and Texas, Oklahoma both have got Days of Reckoning coming up on Saturday. Like,
yeah, they could be.
They could be eliminated. They could lock themselves in one or the other, depending on how their games turn out. But that'll be fun to watch this weekend, though. And not a lot of. I didn't know that game day was going to be in Pittsburgh. That's interesting to me. But then you look at the schedule, it makes sense. if all three, Ohio State and Indiana, the loser of that Big Ten championship game will drop, obviously, behind that. A&M will probably be 2. But you can make a case if A&M wins the SEC, they should be 1. Just the gauntlet they've had to play and what they'll have to play. It inevitably won't matter because you're going to have to beat Ohio State or A&M. They got to beat each other probably to get to the championship anyway. So we'll see what happens on that one. But
is there any? Go ahead.
No, you good.
I was going to say, is there any? Would it help either team if they're number 1 to get the quarterfinal at the bowl game? I don't even know where their games are this year.
I think for Ohio State, I think the Rose Bowl is where you would go. That's where they'll go, but it's the semi that you get to choose. And I believe the locations are Miami and Phoenix.
Okay.
Depending on who you're playing.
Yeah.
If you're playing like a Texas Tech or someone from the West, you'd probably, if you're Ohio State, you'd want to take Miami.
Yeah.
But if you're playing anyone from the SEC, anyone,
yeah,
you're drag them out the West, drag them out West.
So it could matter a little bit, but
suffocate them in the desert.
Yeah. Shouldn't matter too much. I don't think 1, 2, or really it's just the buys or not the buys.
I think both teams from the Big Ten and both teams from the SEC, assuming that chalk holds with that, will get the buys.
I think you're right on. Yeah.
Interesting that you could have, and just based on what I saw projections, you could have another Ohio State-Oregon game in the Rose Bowl there.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting to see. That
classic Big 12 Pac-12
matchup again. Yeah, you can have out there in the Rose Bowl again. But, I'm anxious to see what the CFP will be as far as the other teams go. And, no matter what they are, it's going to play itself out with Ohio State playing Indiana, you would think, in the Big Ten championship game, with the A&M potentially winning the SEC and the Texas, Oklahoma both having games.
In 17 days, Thitoff.
We will know. You're right. God, it's right on the corner there.
Notre Dame, Stanford, too. Battle of the Legends Trophy.
That's another big one there, yes. I can't keep track of anything.
Stanford fighting for bowl eligibility.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
For them.
By the way, Carolina fighting for bowl eligibility.
Yeah.
They're 4-5 now, right? Is that correct?
Sounds
They're 4-5?
right. Yeah, sounds right. They beat this past weekend.
They beat a team
from the ACC. That probably isn't very good.
Was it Cal? No, it wasn't Cal.
No,
it wasn't Cal.
I haven't really been monitoring them.
Hard to believe. Yes, I wonder
North
if
Carolina football scale. Oh, they beat Stanford.
That's what it was. Somebody out there, yes. Yes, North Carolina now is under Bill Belichick now. They are rallying.
Hot.
This week they're at Wake Forest. That game, by the way, do you want to guess what TV station will be broadcast?
C-Dub.
The C-Dub.
That's going to be my guess.
That's the C-Dub. North Carolina 4-5 taking on Wake Forest. Thanks to all the juicers today. Thank you to Schlegel for joining us as he always does. We'll get that Mo Hall thing cleaned up, play for you either tomorrow or on Thursday. We're back tomorrow.